It kind of goes without saying that Charleston, South Carolina is a gorgeous place. But I bet you didn't know the city has some pretty wild experiences, like this and this. Hey there guys, so I just got to Charleston and I'm not gonna lie, I'm very excited to be here because I'm gonna take you guys on a tour that is not your average tour of Charleston. We're talking secrets. So I'm ready for this. Are you? Let's go. Alright, so the best way to start the itinerary is to go all in on color, and that means Rainbow Row. This pretty collection of pastel-colored row homes was made famous thanks to rehabilitation efforts to beautify the area after years of war and neglect in the 1800s. While Rainbow Row isn't a secret, the alleyways of Charleston are often overlooked because they're literally hiding in plain sight, and I want to tell you about two of them. The first example is Stoll's Alley, which is filled with charming architecture and beautiful landscaping. You'll find a lot of the same along Longitude Lane, a name that's ironic given the alley runs east-west, but it's still worth checking out nonetheless. Okay, now it's time for me to let you guys in on a real secret. I actually didn't know about this until my second day here, but there is an oasis in the heart of Charleston that blends together the city's natural beauty with its history. This is the Gateway Walk, created in 1930 by the Garden Club of Charleston to connect the city's famed graveyards and gardens together in a 3-block corridor, which is about a half a mile, so you can get lost in an enchanting setting without much effort. What also makes the Gateway Walk so special, in my opinion, is not only the history, nature, and architecture, but also the picture-perfect beauty that Charleston is so well known for, like Philadelphia Alley. I may have lied when I said I would show you two alleys, but worth it because Philadelphia Alley is my absolute favorite. The story of how it came to be is heartwarming and puts you on course to explore pretty much anywhere you want in Charleston. However, I promise secrets, so off the beaten path we go, specifically about 45 minutes north to a little town called Monk's Corner, where you'll find a scene made for a Hollywood movie. I say that because, partial spoiler alert, an iconic movie was actually filmed here. Before I tell you the name of the movie though, the name of this place is Cypress Gardens. The site used to be a reservoir for a rice field in the 1800s, but now it's a mystical blackwater swamp dotted with bald cypress and tupelo trees, which you can see on a self-guided boat tour ride. If you're a fan of the movie The Notebook, this setting may have you flashing back to that scene when Noah and Allie were in a rowboat surrounded by geese, and that's because this is where that iconic moment in rom-com history happened. So there's your answer. Also, unpleasant spoiler, there are alligators here too. Yep, I wasn't thrilled about that either, but the risk of seeing one is low. However, if reptiles are your thing, Cypress Gardens does have a swamparium, which is home to all kinds of crazy-looking animals. If you prefer more, shall we say, traditional beauty, I got you. As if the swamp wasn't beautiful enough, there's another world that sits literally just a few feet away from the swamp. A world full of butterflies. Formerly known as the Butterfly House, this colorful 2,500 square foot greenhouse is home to hundreds of free-flying butterflies that roam above native and tropical plants. Fun fact, all the species you'll see here are native to South Carolina, and many of the plants are butterfly nectar plants to help sustain butterfly life. If you think that's wild, just wait until you visit this place where birds will swoop and soar over your head. While you're out exploring the fringes of Charleston, you have to hit up the Center for Birds of Prey in Awendaw. The nonprofit was founded in 1991 and cares for nearly 50 species of birds of prey, from eagles and owls to kites and vultures, all of which you can see up close. The real star of the show, though, is the flight demonstration, a 1-hour program that includes a presentation of hunting techniques and flying techniques as various raptors soar super close to you, which is so unbelievably cool. My favorite bird they brought out, though, was the burrowing owl, because first, it is the cutest thing known to man. I mean, come on, look at that little buddy! But also, it's the only small owl species that perches on the ground. Safe to say I am now obsessed with owls. Alright, so where on earth do we go from here? Well, we are in the low country, so why not something low-key? I know just the spot on Wadmalaw Island with the help of another lovable animal. No way. Are you serious? Oh, hey there. I was just here with my friend Wadi, who's spilling the tea on the fact that we're here at the only site of large-scale commercial tea production in the US. So let's check it out. Leisure is practically a way of life around Charleston, and one of the keys to getting a taste of that is tea. The Charleston Tea Garden, formerly known as the Charleston Tea Plantation, is not only a window into local culture, but also deeply rooted history. In addition to the fact that it's the only site of large-scale commercial tea production in the US, like I said before, it's also where the first 100% American-grown tea was born in the late 1980s. You'll learn all of this and more on a 45-minute trolley tour around the 127-acre property, but you can also take a factory tour to see the production process and get a taste of history. Speaking of history, don't miss Mason, a record-breaking sweet tea jar that sits just outside. And speaking of record-breaking, you don't have to travel that far to see another massive marvel, and it's for sure a saving the best for last type of experience. Angel Oak is a legendary stop on Johns Island, and for obvious reasons, because of how huge and beautiful it is. How huge, you ask? Well, it's 65 feet high, and the trunk is 31.5 feet in circumference, making it the largest tree east of the Mississippi River. And there you have it, a Charleston itinerary that sure includes some touristy things that you can't not do, but also some unexpected stops, because even in a place as well known as the Holy City, you never truly know what awaits around the corner.